Liz had been chosen for her genetic markers, something the aliens called exceptional breeding potential. She had fought at first, but now after months of captivity, she understood their desperation. Their species faced extinction. The Vasari females could no longer conceive with their males, a genetic incompatibility that evolved over generations. The head scientist, Nira, approached Liz. Her movements graceful, almost hypnotic. The Vasari stood 7 feet tall with elongated limbs and a narrow face, her mouth small but filled with sharp teeth that earned them the nickname vampires among human prisoners. "Human, your reproductive cycle begins soon," Nira said, her voice melodic, despite the clinical words. "We will proceed with the next phase." Liz nodded. She had learned resistance only brought pain. The Vasari needed humans. They had tried force at first but discovered cooperation yielded better results. Now they offered terms. Liz would provide genetic material help them understand human reproduction, and in return she would receive privileges. Special food, better quarters. Access to other humans. A male human entered the chamber. His face uncertain but determined. Liz recognized him from the recreation area. Sam, a former soldier captured during the initial invasion. "We have selected this male as compatible," the alien continued. "His genetic structure complements yours. The offspring should possess desirable traits." Liz felt her cheeks warm, despite the clinical setting. Sam gave her a small nod of recognition. They had spoken before, sharing stories of Earth, discussing escape plans that never materialized. The Vasari left them alone in the chamber, a surprising concession to human dignity. They monitored everything, of course, but at least provided the illusion of privacy. "You okay with this?" Sam asked, sitting beside her on the examination platform. "Not like we have much choice," Liz replied. "Do you think they really plan to let any children go back to Earth?" Sam shrugged. "I heard rumors. They need a hybrid population that can survive on their world and ours. Some kind of colony. They can't all live in ships forever." Liz considered this. The Vasari ships, massive as they were, could not sustain their entire population indefinitely. They needed a planet. Either Earth or something similar. Their own world, poisoned by industrial expansion, had become uninhabitable. Weeks passed. Liz confirmed pregnant with what the aliens called a promising specimen. Nira showed particular interest, in her case monitoring her closely, providing better care than other human subjects received. "You carry hope," Nira told her one evening. "The first successful hybrid may save both our species." Liz placed her hand on her growing belly. How could she feel attachment to something created under such circumstances? Yet she did. The child, whatever it might be, was hers too. Nira tilted her head, studying Liz with those large black eyes. "You fear for the child, not fear." "Exactly," Liz answered. "What happens after? It isn't just a specimen, it's a person." The concept of personhood. The aliens seem to consider this. "We have studied your literature, your philosophy. We understand this concept differently. Perhaps this is why we failed in our approach that night." Liz dreamed of Earth, of green fields and blue skies. She awoke to alarms, blaring red lights flashing through the chamber. Her door slid open. Not Nira, but another human. Kate, a computer specialist from the European compound. "We're getting out," she whispered, helping Liz to her feet. "Some of us hacked their systems. The southern docking bay has a shuttle, but Liz gestured to her swollen belly. "All the more reason," Kate insisted. "We're not leaving any children with them." They moved through corridors, avoiding patrols. Other humans joined them, Sam among them. His face brightened, seeing Liz alive, but darkened. Noting her condition, "The Vasari know," Liz said. Feeling certain somehow. She shared a connection with Nira now. Something unexplainable. "They track me." "Through the baby," Sam nodded grimly. "We planned for that. The shuttle has a signal blocker." They reached the docking bay. The small shuttle, designed for atmospheric entry, sat ready. Kate worked on the control panel, while others secured the doors. Liz felt a presence before she saw her. Nira stood in the shadows, watching. Not calling guards, not sounding alarms, just watching. Liz approached her despite Sam's protests. "Why aren't you stopping us?" The tall alien blinked slowly. "We have learned much from humans. Your adaptability, your determination, most importantly, your concept of choice. We failed to consider its importance." Liz stared, uncomprehending. "The child you carry will be the first." Nira continued, "A bridge between species, but a bridge forced. To exist serves neither side. We will find another way." "The shuttle is ready," Kate called. "Go," the alien said, stepping aside. "But remember, the child carries both our futures." The journey to Earth passed in tense silence. The humans afraid of pursuit, the shuttle entered atmosphere shaking violently but holding together. They landed in a remote forest somewhere in North America. A resistance camp welcomed them, people who had evaded capture since the invasion began. Some fought, some simply hid, all worked toward reclaiming their world. Liz found herself surrounded by people eager for news of the alien ships. Many had lost family to the abductions. They bombarded her with questions about the Vasari, their weaknesses, their plans. A military commander, named Grace, interviewed her for hours, recording every detail. Grace had organized one of the largest resistance cells operating across the former United States. They had managed to disable 2 smaller Vasari vessels using technology reverse engineered. "From crashed scouts, we need to know about their security systems," Grace said, her eyes intense. "How many guards where they keep prisoners?" Any vulnerabilities? Liz shared everything she could remember, but she also told them about Nira, about the dying Vasari, about their desperation. "They abducted thousands of people," Grace snapped. "They experimented on humans like lab rats. And you want us to feel sorry for them?" Liz rested her hand on her belly. "I want us to understand them. There's more happening than we know." Sam supported her account. He had seen more of the ship during his captivity. He drew maps of corridors, security checkpoints, potential weak spots, but he too spoke of conversations with individual Vasari, of learning their language, their history, their fear. The resistance leaders listened, skeptical but desperate for any information that might give humans an edge in the ongoing conflict. Earth governments had fallen in the initial invasion, militaries destroyed, communication networks disrupted. Only scattered pockets of organized resistance remained. Liz settled into camp life as best she could, her pregnancy advancing rapidly, faster than normal human gestation. The medical team monitored her closely, concerned about the hybrid development. The camp doctor Mia had limited equipment but watched for complications. "The baby grows quickly," Mia noted during an examination. "Almost twice the normal rate. But your body seems to be adapting somehow. Your blood chemistry has changed." Liz felt it too. A strange energy flowing through her veins. Sometimes she dreamed of stars. Configurations she had never seen, planets with unfamiliar colors. Occasionally she felt Nira's presence, a faint whisper across impossible distance. One night she woke gasping. Sam, who had taken to sleeping outside her cabin, rushed in. "What's wrong?" he asked, scanning for threats. "They're coming," Liz whispered. "They tracked us." Sam grabbed his radio, alerting the perimeter guards. Within minutes, the camp mobilized weapons, distributed people moving to defensive positions or evacuation points. Grace appeared at the door, her face grim. "How do you know?" "I just do," Liz said. She couldn't explain the certainty. She felt it through the child, a warning, a presence approaching. Grace hesitated but gave the order to evacuate. The camp had prepared for this possibility, always ready to move, scatter, regroup. But as the first vehicles prepared to depart, Liz felt another sensation. Not threat, not danger. Something else. "Wait," she called. To Grace. "It's not what we think." A single Vasari shuttle appeared above the forest clearing. Its design different from the military vessels, smaller, more elegant. It hovered silently, then landed at the camp's edge. Guards surrounded it. Weapons aimed. The hatch opened. Nira emerged alone, unarmed. her tall frame illuminated by the shuttle's lights. She raised empty hands in the universal gesture of peace. Grace aimed her rifle. "I should kill you right now." The alien made no move to defend herself. "I come with information important to your people." And to Liz Morgan. Liz pushed through the crowd, ignoring Sam's attempt to hold her back. "Why are you here? The child you carry," Nira said, her voice carrying across the clearing. "It changes everything. Our scientists have studied the preliminary data. Your escape provided unexpected results. Freedom choice. These factors altered the developmental patterns. The hybrid shows signs of abilities we never predicted. Abilities that could save both our species." Grace kept her rifle trained on the alien visitor. This could be a trick, a way to recapture her. Nira turned those large black eyes toward the resistance leader. "If we wanted to capture humans, we would send warships, not a single messenger. My people debate even. Now some wish to continue forced breeding programs. Others see a new possibility. Cooperation." Liz felt the truth in those words. Something beyond language connected her to Nira. A link forged through the child she carried. "Bring your medical equipment." Nira continued, "I will show you what we have learned." Under heavy guard, Nira brought equipment from her shuttle, setting it up in the medical tent. The alien moved with precise, elegant gestures, explaining each device to Mia. The human doctor watched, skeptical but curious, as advanced diagnostic tools came to life. "This will show the child development," Nira said, placing a small disc above Liz's rounded belly. The air shimmered, then displayed a three-dimensional image of the fetus. Its form mostly human, but with subtle differences: elongated limbs, faint ridges along the spine, a circulatory system that glowed with unexpected energy. "The genetic merger has created something new," Nira explained. "Neither fully Vasari nor fully human. The child develops unique neural pathways connecting to both species consciousness." Grace scoffed. "What does that even mean?" Nira turned to the resistance leader. "Your species communicates through sound, visual signals, physical contact. Ours communicates additionally through thought energy transfer. What you might call telepathy. This child appears to possess both abilities." Enhanced. Liz felt a flutter inside, not just physical movement, but a presence, a consciousness reaching out. She gasped as images flooded her mind. Star systems, planets she had never seen, knowledge she couldn't possibly possess. "They're her memories," Liz whispered. "Nira's memories." The alien nodded. "This connection, unexpected evidence. The child bridges our species in ways we did not anticipate." Mia examined the readings with growing amazement. The fetal brain activity. "These patterns, I've never seen anything like this. It's processing information at an extraordinary rate." "More aliens are coming," Sam warned from the tent entrance. 3 more shuttles just entered. "Atmosphere." Nira showed no surprise. "They follow to verify my findings. My faction believes cooperation offers both our species better chances than conflict. We face extinction, you face subjugation. Neither benefits from continued war." Grace raised her weapon again. "And the faction that disagrees. How do we know this isn't their trap?" Liz placed her hand on the resistance leader's arm. "She doesn't mean harm." She spoke with certainty, feeling truth through the strange connection. "I can sense her intentions." The camp dissolved into chaos. As the new shuttles approached, some residents fled into the forest. Others prepared to fight. Grace organized a defensive perimeter, while Sam kept close to Liz. Nira remained calm, explaining the situation as she understood it. "The ruling council debates our future," she said. "Some believe humans should be harvested for genetic material. Others see potential for alliance. I lead those who favor cooperation. My evidence, the child Liz carries, may sway the undecided." The approaching shuttles landed, surrounding the camp. Their design similar to Nira's vessel. Not the larger warships. Hatches opened, revealing more. Vasari, tall, slender, blue-skinned. They carried no visible weapons. Vasari male approached his frame slightly bulkier than Neera's, his eyes deeper, set his movements more rigid. Liz recognized him from the ship. A high-ranking official. Neera, you exceed your authority, he said, his voice deeper, but with the same musical quality. The council requested proof. Sela, I provide it. She gestured toward Liz. The child develops as predicted, but with unexpected attributes. The neural connection forms spontaneously. Evidence that willing participation creates superior results. The male Sela examined Liz with cold calculation. No different from previous specimens. She carries memories, Neera insisted. Knowledge transfer occurs without training. The connection forms naturally because she chooses to nurture the child. The human concept of love shapes development. Liz felt the baby's movement again, accompanied by flashes of alien worlds. Knowledge of star systems equations she couldn't understand. Words in the Vasari language. She knows your homeworld, Liz said, suddenly addressing Sela. She sees the red canyons, the crystal forests, the 3 moons. The male alien stepped back, visibly startled. How could you know this? Neera moved closer to Liz. The child connects us, transfers knowledge across species barriers. Something our forced experiments never achieved. More, Vasari gathered. Listening, Mia continued monitoring the fetal readings, recording data while Grace kept her fighters positioned around the perimeter, ready for conflict. Sam remained at Liz's side, protective, watchful. The exchange between Neera and Sela continued in their own language. Too rapid for Liz to follow, though occasionally she caught meanings through her strange connection. Images, feelings, concepts. The debate grew heated. Other Vasari joining, offering opinions, observations. Finally, Sela turned to Liz. You will return with us for further study, Grace. Raised her rifle. Never, Neera intervened. The human returns by choice or not at all. The evidence supports my theory. Cooperation yields results. Force cannot achieve. Liz felt torn. The connection with her unborn child pulled her toward understanding. The Vasari, their knowledge, their history, their desperate fight for survival. But she remembered the abduction, the experiments, the other humans still captive. I will go, Liz said, ignoring Sam's protest. On conditions. Sela tilted his head. Conditions, all human captives released, Liz demanded. No more abductions. Future participants volunteer only, and I want representatives from Earth to negotiate formal terms. Impossible, Sela began. But Neera interrupted. The council will consider these terms. The evidence compels review of our approach. That night, while the Vasari conferred among themselves, Liz sat with Grace, Sam, and Mia, explaining what she sensed through her connection with the child. It's like having access to their entire history, she said. Their world died slowly. They watched it happen. Pollution, climate collapse, resource depletion. They built ships to find new homes, but their reproduction failed, genetic damage from their dying world. Each generation fewer births. Until none. Sam shook his head. So they came to harvest us. Not harvest exactly, Liz corrected. They need compatible genes to create hybrids who can survive on planets they find, terraform new homes. They see it as preservation of life, not just their species, but life itself. Grace remained unconvinced. Their goals don't justify their methods. Liz nodded. I agree. But what if we could negotiate better terms? A real alliance, share knowledge, technology, rather than fighting. Mia studied the medical data Neera provided. From what I can see, the hybrid development is remarkable. Accelerated healing, enhanced cognitive function. The child might possess abilities beyond either species, a gift or a weapon. Grace mused. Both, perhaps, Liz admitted. The Vasari fear the child too. What it represents, something beyond their control. Their careful planning. Dawn brought decision. Sela approached the human leaders with Neera at his side. The council accepts preliminary terms, he announced. Human captives will be released. Abductions, Suspended. Volunteers may participate in continued research under supervision, and the children already conceived, Grace asked. What happens to them? They remain with their mothers. Nira stated. Another concession. The council now recognizes the importance of maternal bonds. To development, Liz felt relief flood through her. The connection with her child strengthened. She sensed approval, joy, anticipation, a consciousness eager to exist, to bridge worlds. Sam took her hand. Are you sure about this? Liz nodded. I need to understand what this child means. For humans. For them. For the future, Grace organized a delegation. 12 resistance leaders, scientists, diplomats to accompany Liz to the Vasari mothership. Mia insisted on coming to monitor the pregnancy. Sam refused to leave. Liz sighed. Their shuttle departed 2 days later, rising through atmosphere toward the massive alien vessel orbiting Earth. The mothership dwarfed human space stations, its design organic, flowing like something grown rather than built interior spaces. Curved, luminous with soft blue light. The human delegation received quarters in a section adapted to Earth gravity, atmosphere temperature. Comfortable but clearly monitored, Nira served as guide liaison mediator. Between species, between factions, she showed Liz chambers where other human women carried hybrid children. Their conditions improved following the new agreement. Private rooms, better food, regular communication with Earth. Many chose to stay. One woman explained, They treat us better now. They listen. I want to see what my daughter becomes. Others counted days until release, their participation complete once their children were born. Returning to Earth, changed by their experience. Carrying knowledge of the stars, Liz met the Vasari Council. 12 elders, their skin paler, their frames more delicate. They questioned her for hours about human concepts, emotional bonds, family structures, choice, free will, community. Their curiosity seemed genuine, their understanding limited. They believe emotion. Primitive, Nira explained later. Yet they see results they cannot deny. Your attachment to the child accelerates development, enhances neural connection. Something our clinical approach failed to achieve. Days became weeks. Liz's pregnancy progressed rapidly. The child grew, developing faster than human normal. The connection between them strengthened. Liz accessed more Vasari knowledge, while the baby absorbed human emotion, human perspective, memories of Earth, sunshine, rainforests, oceans. Sam remained close, supportive. His military background made him valuable to the human delegation. His knowledge of Vasari systems helped negotiate technology exchanges. His presence comforted Liz as her body changed, adapted to carrying a hybrid child. Mia documented everything. The physical changes, the mental connection, the accelerated development. She worked alongside Vasari scientists, learning their medicine, sharing human insights. The collaboration yielded breakthroughs neither species could achieve alone. The child moved inside Liz, its consciousness increasingly distinct, communicating in images, feelings, concepts beyond words. Sometimes Liz felt overwhelmed by knowledge streaming through their connection. Star charts, navigation systems, quantum equations, physics beyond human understanding. Other times she shared simpler things. The feel of grass beneath bare feet, the taste of fresh fruit, the sound of ocean waves, the scent of flowers after rain. Human experiences, the Vasari never knee. Part 3 type. Text markdown. Title, The Alien Vampire Returned with Life. Part 3. The time for birth approached faster than anyone expected. The hybrid gestation period shorter than human normal. Liz felt changes in her body. Preparation, adaptation. Her blood chemistry altered to support the child. Their mental connection strengthened each day. Both Vasari and human medical teams monitored progress. Sam rarely left her side. He had become more than friend or fellow captive. Something deeper developed. Between them, shared experience, understanding, possibility. His military background still made him cautious, but he engaged with the Vasari, learning their language, their customs, trying to bridge human suspicion and alien mystery. The day arrived with sudden intensity. Liz woke to powerful contractions. Her mind flooded with alien presence. The child ready, eager. The birth happened quickly, her body somehow prepared, enhanced by changes. The pregnancy created. Mia and Nira attended together. Human and Vasari medicine combined. The child emerged small, delicate, mostly human in appearance but with subtle differences. Skin with faint blue undertones. Eyes slightly larger than normal. Small indentations along the spine where Nira explained secondary. Respiratory organs might develop later. Fingers longer, more tapered movements, more fluid, graceful. Even as a newborn, a girl. Mia announced, placing the infant in Liz's arms. Liz felt overwhelming connection. The mental link now clear, direct. The child looked up with eyes that seemed to hold ancient knowledge combined with newborn wonder. Her tiny hand reached up, touched Liz's face, and suddenly, Liz understood everything. The Vasari history. The desperate flight from their dying world. The generations, living in ships searching for compatible planets, the genetic damage that threatened extinction. The hope this child represented. Their plans, their fears, their dreams. She knows us both. Liz whispered. She understands. Nira approached cautiously. May. Liz nodded. The alien gently touched the baby's forehead. The child turned toward Nira, eyes focusing with impossible awareness. A small hand grasped the alien's. Long finger connection confirmed. Nira said softly. She accesses Vasari collective memory. Yet, interprets through human perception. Truly a bridge between worlds. Liz named her hope. News of the successful birth spread through the ship. Vasari officials came to observe. The first viable hybrid born through cooperation rather than coercion. The child displayed remarkable abilities from the beginning. Accelerated development, enhanced healing, empathic sensitivity. She could sense emotions, read intentions, sometimes share thoughts, not just with Liz but with others. The council monitored everything. The data confirmed Nira's theories. Hybrids born to willing participants develop superior abilities. Their genetic structure more stable. Their neural pathways more complex. Their potential greater. Hope grew rapidly. Her physical development twice. Human, normal. Her mind absorbing knowledge at extraordinary rates. By 1 month she could speak both human and Vasari languages. By 3 months, she walked, explored, questioned everything. Mia documented each milestone while Sam helped Liz adjust to motherhood in these strange circumstances. The human delegation expanded as more scientist diplomats arrived from Earth. The negotiations continued. Technology exchange, medical knowledge, defense systems, communication. Slow progress built on fragile trust. Other hybrid births followed. The Vasari program now voluntary. Human women who chose participation received benefits, protection, technology, knowledge, guaranteed safety for themselves and their children. Some, like Liz, chose to remain aboard the mothership. Others returned to Earth, establishing a colony where humans and Vasari worked together. Hope became the center of it all. A symbol of possibility, a bridge between species. She moved between worlds, comfortable in both, yet belonging fully to neither. Her abilities continued developing. She could heal with a touch, share knowledge through mental connection, sense dangers before they manifested. 6 months after Hope's birth, alarm sirens echoed through the mothership. A Vasari scout ship returned. Damaged security forces mobilized. Medical teams prepared for casualties. Sam joined the response team, his military experience now valued by both species. They encountered another species, Nira explained to Liz. Her usual calm demeanor, shaken, hostile, advanced. They attacked without communication, without warning. The injured crew described massive ships with weaponry beyond Vasari defense systems. 3 scout vessels destroyed, only 1 escaped. The attackers followed their trajectory toward Earth. The council convened emergency session. Liz attended with Hope, now looking like a human toddler, though not yet 1 year old. The child listened with intense focus as Vasari leaders debated options. We must flee this system. one elder argued. Seek another world beyond their reach. We have nowhere to go. Another countered. Our ships sustain us temporarily, but we need planets. The hybrid program only just begins to show success. We fight, a third declared. Combine our technology with human resourcefulness. Defend this system together. Hope stepped forward silently into the center of the council chamber, her small form drawing all attention. She reached out, touching the holographic display showing the approaching enemy fleet. The display shifted, changed, showing alternative configurations, defensive positions. The child spoke, her voice clear. Despite her youth, they come with purpose, not random aggression. They hunt Vasari specifically. They followed your exodus from your homeworld. Silence fell. The implications, clear. The Vasari had encountered this enemy before, perhaps unknowingly. Hope continued, images flowing from her mind to the display. They perceive you as rivals, competitors for habitable worlds. They too face extinction. They too search. Liz watched, her daughter with mixture of pride and fear. This child, not yet 1 year old, accessed knowledge no one had given her, understanding beyond either human or Vasari comprehension. Somehow Hope connected to something larger, something beyond immediate experience. I can speak to them, Hope said. We share commonality. All life seeks survival. I can help them understand cooperation benefits all. The council erupted in objection. Too dangerous. Impossible. Protect the child. Sam stood beside Liz, his expression troubled. She sees patterns we don't, he said quietly. Connections, possibilities. His military mind assessed tactical situation, recognized the value of unexpected approach. Nira supported Hope's proposal. The child bridges species by her very existence. Her neural pathways unique. Her perception extends beyond our limitations. We should consider her insight. Debate continued for hours. The enemy fleet approached Earth defenses, mobilized human governments notified of potential threat, ships prepared for evacuation or battle. Hope remained calm-centered. While adults argued, she played with the holographic display, reconfiguring, showing alternative solutions. No one else considered. Finally, the council reached decision. They would attempt communication. While preparing defense, Hope would participate but protected, surrounded by security. Any sign of danger, they would retreat, engage defensive measures. The encounter happened at the edge of Earth's solar system. The enemy vessels, massive, angular, harsh, designs unlike the organic flowing Vasari ships. A delegation from Earth accompanied the Vasari representatives. Sam insisted on joining despite Liz's concerns, his protection instincts overriding caution. Hope stood between species, between worlds, between possibilities. The communication began technological at first, signals, exchanges, mathematical sequences establishing basic understanding. Then Hope reached further, her mind connecting across impossible distance, finding consciousness within. The alien ships, they call themselves the Krell, she said. Their world died like yours, their genetic structure degraded. They seek compatible biology to restore their species. The Krell ships maintained distance weapons ready but not firing. Hope continued, transmitting images, feelings, concepts beyond language. The universal drive for survival. The possibility of cooperation rather than competition. The Earth system large enough to support multiple species. If they worked together, shared resources, knowledge. Technology. Hours passed. The connection maintained, Hope standing unwavering despite physical exhaustion, her small body channeling enormous mental energy. The adults, human and Vasari, watched in amazement as this child negotiated with an advanced, hostile species offering alternatives no one else imagined. Finally, response came. The Krell would meet, would discuss, would consider. They too had children. They too faced extinction. They too sought future beyond endless wandering. Hope collapsed then, Sam catching her. Her energy depleted by the extended connection, Liz rushed to her daughter, cradled her as medical teams approached. She sleeps. Nira confirmed after examination. Her mind retreats to process, integrate remarkable capacity. but not unlimited. Delegation returned to Earth. A meeting place prepared neutral ground for 3 species to convene, discuss possibilities, futures that might include them all. The Krell representatives arrived, tall, crystalline beings with multifaceted eyes and voices. Like chiming glass, their ships remained in orbit, weapons powered down but ready. Hope recovered quickly, her resilience another hybrid trait. She prepared for the meeting, absorbing information about diplomatic protocols, Earth history, Visari negotiations, Krell biology, whatever fragments could be gathered from limited exchanges. "You don't need to do this," Liz told her daughter the night before the historic meeting. "You're still a child." Hope smiled, touched her mother's face. "I was born for this," she said simply. "I understand them all. I see the connections, the possibilities. What seems complex to others appears clear to me. 3 species facing extinction separately can thrive together." The meeting convened in a former United Nations building. Human leaders, Visari council members, Krell commanders gathered under heavy security. Hope entered last, her small form drawing all attention, her presence somehow larger than her physical size. For 3 days they talked. Hope's voice, translating, explaining, building bridges where none existed before. Sometimes she spoke directly to the Krell, in sounds humans couldn't produce. Sometimes she shared mental images with Visari elders too complex for words. Sometimes she used simple human analogies, making cosmic concepts accessible. They fought because they feared, Liz explained to Sam as they watched from observation area. They feared because they didn't understand. They didn't understand because they couldn't communicate. Hope solves the fundamental problem. Sam nodded his military assessment. Evolving strategic alliance makes sense. Shared resources, technology, defense. Combined knowledge accelerates solutions for all 3 species. The agreement took shape. Territories defined. Resources allocated. Technology shared. Research combined. 3 species working toward common survival. Earth. System large enough when managed cooperatively. Mars could support Visari colonization with terraforming Venus, potential for Krell habitation with their crystalline biology. Asteroid belt mining operations benefiting all. Hope central to everything. Her unique perspective. Her ability to communicate across species barriers. Her vision of cooperation rather than conflict. The first hybrid child becoming diplomat, negotiator, visionary. When the meetings concluded, historic agreement signed, Hope returned, with Liz and Sam, to the hybrid colony. A place where humans and Visari lived together, now expanding to include Krell representatives. The community grew centers for research, education, cultural exchange. Hope needed rest, recovery. Her abilities extraordinary, but taxing. Liz watched her daughter sleep, finally looking like the child she was beneath the responsibility she carried. Sam joined her, their hands linking in shared purpose. "She changes everything," he said. Liz nodded. "Not just Hope. All the hybrid children. They see differently, think differently, feel differently. They belong to multiple worlds yet create something entirely new." More hybrids arrived, each new birth bringing refinements, improvements, adaptations. Children with blue-tinged skin and enhanced senses. Children who could breathe multiple atmospheres, process various nutrients, communicate across species barriers. Their development accelerated, their understanding expanded, their potential unlimited. Hope leads them. Liz realized, not through authority or power, but through vision, possibility. The children looked to her, followed her example, learned from her understanding of multiple perspectives. Nira visited the colony regularly. Her position within Visari hierarchy elevated. By the success of the cooperative approach, she worked closely with human scientists developing technologies to heal Earth, restore environments damaged by human industry and brief alien conflict. The future takes shape, Nira told Liz watching the hybrid children play. Their games complex symbol systems beyond adult comprehension. They create new language, new mathematics, New science drawing from all three species, yet limited by none. The Krell contributed crystalline technology, energy systems, beyond Vasari development communication networks spanning solar system, biological insights from their evolutionary path. The exchange accelerated research breakthroughs, discoveries. Daily, Earth changed. Humans changed. Perspectives expanded beyond. Planetary thinking beyond species isolation. The threat of extinction receded, replaced by possibilities cooperation created. Three species sharing solar system resources, knowledge, vision, hybrid children leading the way toward futures no single species could imagine alone. 5 years passed. Hope grew not just physically but in influence. The hybrid colony expanded, became a center for interspecies cooperation, research, education, diplomatic exchange. Human, Vasari, and Krell scientists worked together, developing technologies to benefit all three species, learning from each other, sharing strengths, overcoming limitations. Hope, now, appearing like a human teenager though only 5 years old, led the growing community of hybrid children. Each born with unique abilities, combinations of traits from multiple species, yet all sharing certain characteristics: accelerated development, enhanced healing, telepathic connection, perspective beyond single-species understanding. Liz watched her daughter with mixture of pride, wonder, concern. Hope carried enormous responsibility for one so young, yet seemed designed for exactly this purpose. Her mind capable of processing complex information from multiple sources, her heart embracing diverse perspectives, her vision extending beyond immediate concerns to long-term possibilities. Sam had become Hope's protector, instructor, father figure, his military background evolving into security diplomatic role. He taught the hybrid children Earth history, human resilience, adaptability, while learning from them new ways of seeing, understanding, experiencing the universe. The three species developed distinct roles in their alliance. Humans with their creativity, adaptability, resourcefulness led exploration, innovation, social organization. Vasari with their advanced technology, biological knowledge, patience, contributed medical breakthroughs, environmental, restoration, long-term planning. Krell with their crystalline biology, quantum understanding, mathematical precision, provided energy systems, communication networks, computational power. Together, they transformed the solar system. Mars, terraforming, accelerated. By combined technologies, atmospheric generators created breathable air. Water extraction systems tapped frozen reserves. Habitation domes expanded into cities. Agriculture adapted to Martian soil. Vasari colonists established permanent settlements. Their population stabilized, began growing again through natural reproduction. Enhanced by medical advances, Venus transformation proceeded more slowly. The Krell establishing research stations in upper atmosphere. Their crystalline bodies adapted to pressure, temperature. Finding ways to seed clouds with organisms that consumed excess carbon dioxide, gradually altering atmospheric composition. Earth healed. Damaged ecosystems restored. Pollution extracted, converted to useful materials. Population centers redesigned for efficiency, sustainability, cooperation. Technologies developed by three species working together. Solved problems humans alone struggled with for centuries. Hope led diplomatic missions throughout solar system. Her unique ability to communicate across species barriers making her invaluable mediator. Her perspective combining human emotion, Vasari logic, Krell, precision, allowing her to find solutions others missed. Her presence inspiring trust. Cooperation vision. The hybrid colony grew. Children matured faster than human normal, yet retained childlike wonder, curiosity, openness. While accessing knowledge experience beyond their years, they created new culture, new language, new science drawing from all three species. Yet, limited by none. Liz coordinated education programs, teaching hybrid children human history, arts, culture. While they taught her perspectives beyond human understanding, Sam developed security protocols protecting the colony from remaining factions that resisted cooperation. Some humans feared alien influence. Some Vasari rejected genetic mixing. Some Krell preferred conquest to alliance. Nira now served on Vasari High Council. Her advocacy for cooperation vindicated by results. The first generation, Vasari born on Mars, showed adaptations to terrestrial environment. Stronger bones increased lung capacity, greater resistance to radiation, the species evolving faster than expected. Their genetic damage healing through careful program combining, medical intervention, environmental adaptation. Hope approached her parents one evening, her expression serious beyond her years. "The three of us need to talk," she said. They gathered in their home overlooking the colony central plaza where hybrid children played creating games with rules humans couldn't follow. Structures that combined artistic expression with mathematical precision. Communication systems using gesture, sound, mental connection. "I've been accessing the deep archives," Hope began. "Both Vasari, records, and Krell histories. There's something they haven't shared publicly." Something important. Liz and Sam exchanged glances. Their daughter constantly surprised them. Her ability to access information systems, understanding concepts, translating between species. The Vasari and Krell encountered each other before Hope continued, long before coming to Earth. Their histories mention conflict over habitable worlds, resources, territories. But something else, something deeper.